Catedral de São Sebastião do Rio de Janeiro, também conhecida como Catedral Metropolitana do Rio de Janeiro, é uma catedral católica localizada no centro da cidade do Rio de Janeiro, no Brasil. Foi inaugurada em 1979, substituindo como catedral da cidade, a Igreja de Nossa Senhora do Carmo. Em estilo moderno, apresenta formato cônico, com 106 metros de diâmetro, 75 metros de altura externa, 64 metros de altura interna e capacidade para 20.000 pessoas em pé. A beleza da edificação, de linhas retas e sóbrias, deve-se aos vitrais coloridos, rasgados nas paredes até a cúpula. Seu projeto e execução foram coordenados pelo Monsenhor Ivo Antônio Cagliari, entre 1918 a 2005. O projeto é do arquiteto Edgar de Oliveira da Fonseca, segundo alguns, inspirado nas naves do projeto Apolo, como símbolo do futuro, segundo outros, inspirado nas pirâmides maias. A porta principal é formada por relevos em bronze, tendo como tema, a fé. O interior da catedral foi projetado pelo padre Paulo Latim Maia. O projeto da igreja foi feito em 1964. Tem a forma de um cone escalonado, com 4 faixas lisas e inclinadas. No interior, vitrais convergentes ao teto e uma grande cruz luminosa. A influência vem da arquitetura dada pelo Concílio Vaticano II. A catedral tem um museu. Um dos maiores museus de arte sacra do Brasil. Possui também uma cripta, onde estão localizados os restos mortais de autoridades eclesiásticas, além de outras grandes personalidades. Conta ainda com um arquivo monumental, o Arquivo da Arquidiocese. Algo interessante a destacar é que até o início da República não havia cartórios, cabendo à igreja a realização de registros de naturezas diversas.
please explain what megalopolissomancy is?
Megalopolissomancy. Yeah, that's one of those big words. And basically, it is something that is taught in the most esoteric high levels of Masonry. And it's the idea, it literally means, megapolis means big city, like some people may have even heard like New York being called a megapolis. And omancy means magic of. So it's literally the magic of big cities. And it's the idea that through architecture, you can enhance the spiritual vibrations of a city or of a building. And there's certain things that, because Masons are basically temple builders. They claim that long before there were the Christian cathedrals, that Masons built the Parthenon, that Masons built the great, temples of Rome, and then they were called the Dionysian artificers, but it was basically the same thing. And even in Egypt, Masons built like the great pyramid of Khufu and the great temples of Luxor and Karnak. Anyhow, the key principle that we were taught is if you really want to create an atmosphere in a room or in a building for the manifestation of evil spirits, gee, isn't this fun? Anyway, you want to make the building somewhat trapezoidal in shape. And of course, a trapezoid is like a pyramid with the top lopped off. And if you think about it, you see all these ancient pictures of these temples in Egypt, they all are trapezoidal shaped. They're all larger at the bottom than they are at the top. And so basically, in a nutshell, megalopolissomancy is the science of creating buildings that will enable you to do effective black magic. And this is why, for example, we were taught when we were in all of this stuff that for example, haunted houses are very frequently have mansard roofs, which, like the Addams Family house, that's kind of a classic haunted house where they have roofs that kind of go like this and then they're flat. See, that's a trapezoid. And every haunted house we dealt with when we were Ghostbusters, so to speak, 10 years before the movie came out, they all had something in the house where the angles were out of true. Where instead of right angles, they were just 1 or 2 degrees off. And then you have a trapezoid. Obviously the most famous trapezoid in the world is the John Hancock Tower, I think it is, in Chicago, which is this giant black trapezoid. It's like one of the 4th or 5th tallest buildings in the world. And on top are the twin horns of Lucifer. They're like two, like TV towers or radio towers or whatever. And when that building first went up, it had the highest suicide rate, highest mental breakdown rate of any building in America for its comparable size.
Thank you. I've seen maps, drawings that show that there are Masonic symbols in Washington. Is that also part of
megalopolissomancy? Yes, it exactly is. The layout of streets. In fact, Ed Decker and I are the ones that first came up with that little discovery.
Really?
That you way back in the late